I saw that. That was rude. I don't blame you because she's been rude to you since I got here, but when I was a kid, my dad always used to tell me to take care of business. That's all he would say. That was it. A lot of times. Not always, but. Hey, donkeys. Bree. Baker. Good morning. Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and stopped by the merch building early this morning. Took Houston to school. Had to run to the feed store and grab some fish feed, and come over and check on the donkeys and alpacas. DJ's got to fill a few orders in there, do a few things, and I'm gonna dump out a water trough, clean it out, refill it, and really, it's the second day of October. Deer season has officially started. Should be in the deer woods, right? Hey, what's up, sister? Bree and Baker over here still, oh my gosh, really? Listen, I'm a one woman kind of guy, and you're not the one woman. You're being cantankerous and pushing the other gal away, huh? Anyways, deer season has officially started. Yesterday was the first day of archery season in Oklahoma. Hey, who do you think you are? Don't bite my feet. And I've already started seeing posts on Facebook of other guys harvesting big bucks. I will say this. I'm not a huge fan of hunting first thing early season. It's just too hot. So we're doing other things. And I thought I would come over, check out the pasture, take a look around. Look at all the grass, because it's the first week of October and we still have green grass that's grazable, that's still growing over here at the merch building. Last year by this time, you had a few more animals and it was pretty well burned up. But it is what it is. We're trying to save as much grass and make better pasture, aren't we, sister? You just ready to go back home and be with more donkeys so that you get more attention and more love every day, huh? Yeah. I never thought Baker would be the one getting pushed away. I'm sorry, Bree would be the one getting pushed away. This is Baker. I got them backwards. Bree. Baker. I think I called you backwards a second ago. Yes. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go dump out a water trough and refill it. Hey, there's a big old frog in there. Watch out! Free the frog! Free the frog! All right, girls, I'll have you some fresh, clean water in a jiffy. You don't have to drink that, Bree. My wife and all of her names when it comes to these donkeys, Phoebe, Fallon, Farrah, Fiona, Felicia. Well, we don't have Fiona and Felicia anymore, but you get what I'm saying. And then Bree and Baker. It's just, it's hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up with when all the names are the same letter. The alpacas are not coming up. They just doing their own thing. Reba and Lucy, our two last remaining alpacas. And eventually we will be taking all 4 of these animals home back to the house for the winter time when we have to start feeding hay and things. But as strange as it sounds, it's October and the grass is still green and growing. So I'm going to leave them here as long as I can because, well, first off, the grass is good for them. And second, I like them keeping it under control. Ain't that right? I don't have any treats right now. I'm sorry. This water over here has more pressure than any water hose or faucet hydrant I've ever seen. We actually had to put a pressure reducer on the building because we have so much pressure. But check this out. Look how far. That's without it, any sort of nozzle on this thing. That's just the water pressure itself. The problem is that hose will go crazy and soak you. If you turn the water up all the way, it likes to swing around like a fire hose. So you have to be careful or you'll end up getting soaked. But it does not take long. Oh, here it comes. It does not take long to fill up a water trough when you have that much pressure. Turn it down a little bit or I'm fixing to get soaked. There we go. So last week, DJ and I shot a video for her channel, Do Your Best, on a topic that she's been wanting to talk about and address for a while. And she likes the idea of doing those podcast style videos. That's kind of how we started her channel. And we kind of got away from it. We've always said we both enjoy doing that. But her channel kind of became more about the donkeys and babies and alpacas and all those things in the farm world. Hey, I found the bucket of treats. I knew she had a treat bucket out here at one time, and I found it. I thought she might have taken it inside, and I missed it. Anyways, last week we did a video on her channel. It was like a podcast style video talking about our changes in our relationship over time. Sorry, I was out of frame. I was looking at the treats. Here you go. Talking about how our relationship as a couple has changed and evolved over time, and things are different than they used to be. And I don't know, it's like an hour and a half long video. If you missed it, and you're an adult and interested in our relationship things, go check it out on her Do Your Best channel. It was an interesting video, I thought. It went a lot longer than I thought we would talk, but we've learned a lot about each other over the years, and DJ and I have been together for 20 years, over 20 years. We've been married for over 19. Next May will be our 20th anniversary. And the truth is, we got engaged after we dated for about 6 months. And we were married within a year. And I was 21 when we got married. And I can't imagine one of my kids dating somebody for 6 months, getting engaged, and being married within a year at 21, because Weston's 23 years old. And looking back, it's kind of scary. But here we are 20 years later, and it's not perfect. Our marriage has never been perfect, but it's great. And it's good that we can talk about things, and I like that we have this platform of people that are interested and want to hear our perspective. And it's strange to me because we started originally as a hunting channel that was never meant to grow and be anything, then evolved into the homestead world and farm world and gardening and livestock and all of that. The name Arms Family Homestead came from YouTube, really, because there was a community of like-minded people out there. And like our relationship, our marriage has changed and evolved and grown over time. So has the channel. And I saw that. That was rude. I don't blame you, because she's been rude to you since I got here, but I don't think I gave them enough treats. I know that the channel has grown and evolved and changed over time. And I've grown and evolved and changed over time. And that's something DJ and I were talking about this morning. We may shoot another podcast style video on her channel, just talking about that, because things do change. We are much less, Arms Family Homestead is much less about goats and gardens than it used to be. And we're still us. We're still enjoying what we do. We're still very thankful and blessed to do what we do and get to do what we do, and know that it's a blessing from God for sure. But as things have grown and changed and evolved over time, it's become more more of our daily life, but also we do enjoy sharing our insights on life with you guys. Not that we're experts. We are not marriage experts. We're not financial experts. But, you know, you can go back several years ago. I don't even know off the top of my head. DJ and I are, you know, filling orders of merchandise in our garage that was falling down around us. Really, realistically, is the garage that my parents built in the early 80s when they lived in it while they built the house. And it's not in the greatest of shape. We remodeled it and made it our merchandise facility because that's what we could afford. And we sit in there and shot a video one time about Dave Ramsey and trying to get debt free and all that whole journey. And then we shot a video talking about the day we were able to pay off our house, which that is the house I grew up in, but we did a big add-on and had a mortgage and all that, and talked about that, shared that. Had nothing to do with a homestead, had nothing to do with growing a garden, but it's part of our journey, part of what makes us who we are. And it's strange over time how I feel like YouTube and social media, for us personally and for a lot of creators that are successful, it fast forwards your life. You know, I worked at a career for 14 years, and for the first 7 I got a one-step pay raise, you know. But if somebody wants to go from a trooper to the chief of the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, it's usually a 15 to 20 year process to get that successful, to become the top of your game. And with social media and YouTube, it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight for us, period. But for some channels, it legitimately happens weeks, months, maybe in a couple of years. And you go from one level of lifestyle to up here so fast. And I think a lot of times folks have a hard time seeing that success. I love Oklahoma. Oh, water trough's full. Gotta go dump it. Gotta go turn the water off. Also, lesson learned here. It took me a little while to figure this out, but I have that short hose stubbed in there because I needed a little bit of a hose. But for a while, I would forget to take the water hose out of the trough because I didn't even think about it. But this style of frost-free hydrant has a weep hole down there under the ground, and it will 100% siphon the water up that hose, down out there and out the weep hole, and that water trough will be empty when you come back the next day. All right, girls, fresh water, good to go. Anyway, so I think a lot of times people, I feel like, not the majority, but some of our viewers see things change rapidly on our channel, and they say we've changed. We're still the same people. Our business has grown exponentially at a high rate. Let's say that over the course of 5 years, 6, 7 years, whatever it is, where most businesses take decades to grow. Social media is just different. So I don't know, maybe DJ and I'll sit down and do a whole video on her channel talking about that, but I don't know. I'm gonna go in and check on her. I think she's wanting to do a soap sale. You guys know we've partnered with the Simon Says Farms. They have a dairy goat farm operation where they milk their own goats. They've got 2 separate YouTube channels. They live stream from their barns all the time, and then Aaron's got his vlog channel of the whole farm life. But anyways, they milk their own goats, and we partnered with them last year and did a huge collaboration with some goat's milk soaps and lotions, and then it was a huge success, so we were able to buy another round. And we've got a whole bunch of soap in here that we still need to sell because we're not wanting to do soap at Christmas with the pecans, because, you know, nobody wants lavender scented goat's milk soap flavored pecans. And that kind of is hard to stop from happening when you ship both. So I think we're going to try to do a big push and sell out of all of our goat's milk soap before our Christmas launch, which really, guys, isn't that far away. I mean, pecans, I was talking to Carl Buchanan, the pecan farmer that we buy all of our pecans from, just last week, and we're in the process of trying to figure out what all we're going to buy, how many pounds quantity wise of pecans We will be doing white chocolate, milk chocolate, and we're going to do a new flavor of let's say candy pecans this year that we've never done before. So we're going to kind of expand that. And I don't know. Yes, our channel has changed. Yes, our business has changed. But I love being able to do these kind of things to help support other farms. Aaron, Simon, we probably are by far the largest customer they've ever had. The pecan farm just down the road a few miles, we're probably the largest single customer they've ever had. And that's because of you guys. That success is not us. That's not just our success. That's because of you guys. And I know that. I recognize that. And I respect that. So I don't like being accused of being all about money and changing and all that. Ugh. Anyways, off that subject. I'm going to go check on my wife. Oh yeah, she's working real hard. Working hard. Okay, while my wife's working hard holding that couch in place, I'd hate to see that thing escape. She's got her held down. Here's what's left of our goat milk soap supply. We're just about completely sold out of the lotion. So we do have quite a few bars of soap, if you can tell. Lavender chamomile goat milk soap. DJ's special, the only place you can get it. You can't get this from Simon Says Farms. This is DJ's Vacay Vibes goat's milk soap. And probably one that most people really actually like the most for whatever reason. Seems like oatmeal, milk, and honey. So DJ's going to run a sale, like a bundle, like a 6-pack. I'm not going to tell you what the price is because that's up to her. But you can check it out on our website, armsfamilyhomestead.com, if you want to stock up on this, because we're not going to have goat milk soap for, well, I don't know if we'll do it again. I don't know. Maybe in the spring, maybe next summer. Who knows? This may be the last opportunity ever. So buy now. I'm kidding. But we do need to get rid of this before our Christmas launch. So she's going to run a sale, 6-pack bundle. Basically, get 2 bars of each scent shipped directly to your door. You can take it straight to your bathroom, take a shower with it, put it on your sink. I don't care what you do with it. Give it away as gifts. But last chance. Don't miss out. Oh, geez. You're ridiculous. Why don't you put Emily a little bit closer to you?
Listen, I just brought it in here and that's where it got put.
That's, You know, most people put like a little small picture of their children on their desk. You know, they'd have like one of each of them sitting up there. Not DJ. She's got a shrine.
This is what I'm gonna do.
It looks like Emily's creeping in the window at you now.
Yeah. She had to have this for senior night.
Yeah. Look
and
at
this is like, and then I'm fixing to have another one of those because she is.
Yeah, got another one of these. Emily was nominated for her sophomore year for Homecoming Princess. Now she's a senior. She can be the queen.
She can be the queen.
She got nominated. Next week's going to be a busy week, so we had to buy Emily a homecoming dress. Well, 2 dresses technically. One for the parade and the pep assembly, and then a ball gown for the ceremony at the football game. So we may have some royalty in our family next week.
We may.
You never know.
We may.
Either way, we're going to have a shrine in here before it's all said and done.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no walls at home. I don't have many walls there.
I don't have but one deer hanging on a wall in our house.
I know.
Don't blame it on me.
I'm not. I'm just saying we don't have wall space in our house. Not much in our living room and stuff. So the merch building in my office is gonna be
fill that wall up, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Be my kid's shrine.
Yeah, just where you come to cry. As they graduate and move on, this is where DJ can come to cry.
This is where I'll come see them.
Yeah. Speaking of change and growing and looking different and being different over time, goodness sakes, that was a hot minute ago. Mm-hmm. Houston was what? Maybe 2?
2-ish, yeah.
Maybe not even quite 2? Oh, there's DJ and another one of her kids. That's a problem child.
She is. She is.
Okay, well, I can't sit around here and piddle with you all day. I got to go actually do some work.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, but I can't work. This is your like. Oh, is that all your orders you got to fill?
Maybe. I filled a bunch.
I gotta work. She printed out one order.
I didn't say what work I had.
Let's watch a free range DJ in her wild environment, in her natural state. Got anything good to say? Filling one order.
What? What's the big deal?
Well, I'm trying to get you a bunch more orders, okay?
Well, that's good.
Soap bundles, armsfamilyhomestead.com. Speaking of that, what's your plans for Christmas launch? I was talking about that a while ago outside. It's coming up quickly.
Yes.
Anything new and exciting? I did tell them we're having a new flavor of candy pecans this year.
We are.
I didn't tell them what. It's a secret.
You actually just did.
No. We have candy pecan, not candied.
Oh.
That's its own thing. I said candy pecans, like we may have one or two of these packages that we found.
Yeah.
White chocolate, milk chocolate, and a new flavor of candy flavor pecans.
Okay, yes.
So not telling them what it is, but it's addicting.
It is. It's really good.
Yep.
And I'm excited about that.
Yep.
We will have our normal stuff. We will have a line of Houston Outdoors, which just means hat, hoodie, t-shirt. And then we'll have AFH hoodie, which we always do. We'll have a Christmas tee. And I always do a crew neck for Do Your Best. And I'm also going to do a zip-up hoodie because a lot of my ladies love the zip-ups. So.
I know what my ladies love too. What?
Okay.
Okay. Speaking of my ladies, I mentioned that we did a video on your channel last week, and people that hadn't seen it yet might want to go watch it because it was deep and spicy.
It was, and it got a lot of feedback.
A lot of really good feedback.
A lot of wonderful feedback. I was shocked.
Did you know that we're not the only couple that's ever struggled in life?
I had no idea.
Like, I thought it was just us. I thought we were the losers in the bunch.
Yeah.
Apparently all the other couples out there go through the same struggles that we've gone through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And nobody talks about it.
Yeah, it's just not talked about enough.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's why I like TikTok so much. Because there is quite a bit of information there that is helpful. And so a lot of that kind of gave me the, motivation and Courage, yes, to talk about what we talked about. Yeah. And typically, like, my videos get 400, 500, 600 comments a video. And this one's like, last time I looked, was like 1,600 comments.
And I think you've read every one of them.
I have read all of them. So usually I don't. Especially if it's controversy anywhere, like, because people get hateful. And that was not here on this one. We should do it again.
We should.
You want to?
I think that one was titled, We're Doing It. We should do it again.
We should do it again.
We're doing it. ... Again.
Again.
Part 2? I don't know.
I don't know.
To be continued.
Yes.
You riding in the front seat again? It's okay. Mom's not coming this time. You got that seat. I'm just not going very far yet. Just got to go up there and get some fish food. still nowhere near what I would call a feeding frenzy when the feeder goes off. I threw a couple handfuls out here close just because I like to be able to see them. You can see there's fish coming up, swirling at the feed everywhere. And this little feeder works great. I did go ahead and put the legs on it. They should have been installed from the get-go probably, but the main reason is because the bottom, you can see this build up down here. The bottom has a metal mesh to let the dust fall out, which these tiny little bluegill prefer to eat the little fine dust particles anyways, because most of them are so small. But without those legs on there, it causes that to build up underneath there, and then you get a little moisture and it causes mold, and then it's nasty. It never makes it up into the feed chamber, but still it gets kind of nasty under there. So now it has legs on it. It's put together the way it's supposed to. I do still need to add a solar panel to this thing to charge the battery. Left a cord hanging out there. Put that plug back in. The raccoons have been trying to find a way into this thing. You can see little paw prints all over it from the raccoons. So it's so far been a great feeder. Keeps the varmints out and feeds the fish. I've got it going off 3 times a day now. Look at all the fish now. They are everywhere. I don't know how many you guys can actually see. Quite a few. But they're growing. They're doing well. The bluegill are doing well. There's some of them are getting fairly good size. I'm going to say there's some bluegill in here that are in that 4 to 6 inch category now, just from watching them come up and eat. Houston's caught a few just on some teeny tiny. Oops, see, there was a pretty good size one right there. I don't know if you guys could even see it. But anyways, another project done, Kelsey. I think I'm gonna load some stuff up and head over to Mill Creek. I need to do a little work over there. Set up a ground blind, a little pop-up ground blind, change out some camera batteries. You like watching the fish, don't you, Kelsey? Why are you so jumpy? Anyways, I love it. I love this. This pond is amazing. It turned out awesome. I'd love to build another one, but we're not even completed with this one. I do still want to add some things, some aeration, some bubblers in the water to help keep the water oxygenated, and maybe a fountain or something. But the main issue is I'm a long ways from electricity over here. So it's going to have to be a solar project. Ooh, there's a good shot of a bunch of them. It's going to have to be a solar project. And those solar aeration kits for a pond this size are very expensive. We're talking like $5,000 to $8,000, $9,000, depending on what kind of system you want. And then if you add a fountain, it just takes a lot of power to run that kind of aeration pump and a fountain. But who knows? Maybe someday we'll get there. But right now, all the fish are doing just fine without any extra aeration. It's not mandatory. It's really not required. It would definitely be very nice to have electricity over here and bubblers going all the time and a fountain and all that stuff. And it does help, don't get me wrong. But the reason we built this pond the way we did, so deep, I mean, it's 24, 25 feet deep out here. It's a miniature lake. The goal is that it can sustain itself without needing aeration. The last pond that was here, the former pond that was 1.5 acres, originally was probably 15 feet deep and had silted into about 12 feet. And for 30 years, it didn't need any help per se until it did. We had one summer, you guys remember that situation where we come over, the lake had turned over due to a lack of oxygen, a lot of issues, and most of our bigger fish died due to a lack of dissolved oxygen. Yes, bubblers and a fountain and all of that stuff would cure that for sure. But having the extra depth, the extra amount of water in here, the size of this pond is almost 4 acres, with a lot of good deep areas. It shouldn't necessarily require aeration, but if we're going to want to grow fish to their highest potential and have the healthiest water, healthiest ecosystem to grow big bass and grow big bluegill, yes, adding aeration would definitely help. So it may be in the cards down the road, just not quite yet. Okay, made it over to Mill Creek. I think we'll try to set up a pop-up ground blind. Try to find somewhere. The grass hasn't been mowed. The weeds are tall over here around the pond. But I'm gonna try to set up a pop-up blind in here somewhere where we can do some hunting in this area, because the bucks are traveling through here. Actually had to bring camera batteries because we're getting so many pictures right now. And there's some really good quality looking deer over here right now. At home and on my neighbor's property, the deer are few and far between right now. They'll come around. Even areas at home where I've always got a lot of pictures, it's kind of few and far between right now. So I don't know. We'll probably do some hunting really soon. We'll probably be at Mill Creek. Look at this. This is one of those Tacticam Defend cameras that I got last year. And I use them as game cameras as well as security cameras because they work great for both. But a squirrel has gotten in here and started chewing where the sensors and stuff are. Turds. Squirrels are destructive little varmints. If you've ever dealt with them in your attic of your house or something, you know what I'm talking about, because they can do some damage. But I really do like these cameras. They work great. But apparently some of the parts are not squirrel proof. Now I know we did get those really nice box blinds from RSI Outdoors the other day, but we're not going to hunt out of those exclusively. And I need to get the towers put together. I'm not even sure where I'm going to put those up at yet, but really honestly, I do like hunting out of a pop-up ground blind. There's just something cool about it. It's different. And I've told you guys I don't really prefer hunting out of a tree stand, which some people disagree with, but a pop-up ground blind is perfect for kids. And there's just something different about being down on eye level when you're deer hunting. So pop-up ground blinds going here. Maybe in the future, I don't know, we might bring a one of those big RSI shooting houses over here. I don't know, we'll see. All right, there's one ground blind set up. if I can remember, I'm horrible about this these days, but I'll leave a link in the description box down below to these pop-up ground blinds. They're made by a company called Tidewee, and so are the chairs. There's a logo right there. These chairs are phenomenal, so much better than the little junky metal fold-out chairs or whatever you grew up hunting in. But these blinds with this see-through mesh are crazy cool. I mean, when you're on the outside, deer can't see in, period. It's like the perfect camouflage. I don't brush in ground blinds so much. Every once in a while I may put a few sticks up here and there. The only thing I'm not 100% sold on these Tidewee blinds is I love that style of window that they have here that's all the way across. On what would technically be the front side, they have 3 triangular windows, and it's just not as, watch out for that limb, it's just not as good of a setup. So here's where you run into a little bit of a problem. So as you can see, that see-through mesh works great. That door's open so you can kind of see through there. You can't see anything in that blind, but what you can see sometimes, especially later in the evenings. So look through the blind. So if you're a deer standing out here, it is definitely just a black hole there, okay? But the more you look at it, you can see through the blind. Well, what that causes sometimes when the sun's just right, I feel like the deer can see movement in there because the back is not completely blacked out. So one thing you could do is just get a piece of black fabric, essentially, a sheet of roofing tar paper or something, and just put across that strip on the back wall inside there, and it might help that. I did notice last year that it seemed like the deer were seeing Houston move around in there just a little bit, but only when it was just perfect lighting conditions. Otherwise, these ground blinds are amazing. So I will try to remember to leave a link in the description box down below if you want to check them out. That's the 270 degree view blind. Let me show you one more time real quick. These style of windows are 10 times better for archery than the 3 triangle windows. So this would open up like that. This one is a little different. If it would open from the bottom up, that might be a little better, but you have to pull it down like this, and it's just not a great window for a shorter size kid to be shooting out of. It's just too tall. So it'd be okay for an adult, or if you wanted to stand up and take an archery shot, that would be a great window for that. But personally, I prefer this smaller profile window because what I can do is close that down just a little bit, and you don't have near as much chance of a deer being able to see in. So anyways, pop-up blinds are great. I love them. They've come a long way in my lifetime, I know that. And I love hunting out of them because, first off, you stay dry when it rains, offers a little bit of wind protection. These are not as windproof as a solid wall, shooting house. Obviously, it's not insulated in any way, but they do offer some shelter from the elements, and they're very comfortable for kids to hunt out of. All right, good to go. Deer have been coming in, hitting this feeder pretty hard. I'm gonna run up and check on our little shooting house blind up there. Now the grass is kind of tall, but I don't think it's really gonna affect the deer hunting. But I'm sure the mice and rodents have been in there, so I'm gonna go check it out and make sure it's all good to go and be done over here for now. All right, so this was a shed at one time that was in the yard up by the trailer house on this property when we purchased it, and I moved it back here, put some spray foam insulation in it, and made it a hunting blind for us. And I don't mind fighting a few mice here and there. What I am concerned about is coming over here and it being full of wasp. I don't want that when we come over here to hunt the first time, so I haven't been in here in quite some time. Okay, I hung those up so that the mice wouldn't chew them up. And I did put out some rat poison. Oh yeah, nice. Mice turds all in the seats. I did put out some rat poison after the season ended last year, but it looks like everything's in good shape. Just a few mouse turds. But as you can see, let me crack a window open here. This little spot is phenomenal. And that grass being tall is not going to affect one tiny thing. Other than maybe my camera's going to want to focus on grass instead of the deer moving when we're hunting. But other than that, this is a killer spot for sure. Oh, and when I said I put some spray foam insulation in it, I just meant the ceiling. And I did that because it was a metal ceiling. It made it a hot box in here. Now, it could use some insulation in the walls for sure to make it a little bit more bearable during early season. But it works. It's fine. It does get a little toasty in there when we're hunting in those evenings and the sunshine hits the walls of this thing. Most of the building's under the trees and in the shade, but in the evenings when that sun sets over there, man, it definitely gets hot in there. But we've harvested several deer out of this thing, and it's been a perfect little blind for sure. So I'm sure we'll be hunting out of it a lot this year. That over there was a previous hunting blind built by the previous owner, and it's nice. It works really good. It's just not big enough for two people. It's kind of a one-holer, one-man job. So we've never really used it much. So there you have it. There's my day today. Not a whole lot of excitement, but one thing that I try to live by. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect about it. Well, two things. Let's back up. Yesterday I did an interview for Emily for a report, a paper she's having to write for one of her college, I think Comp 1 classes, I think is what it is. But anyway, she was interviewing me, and it's this whole long questionnaire about goals and success and a bunch of different things. And she said, what's one piece of advice you got when you were young that helped you, or that helps you push forward and meet your goals and all the different paths to success or whatever, I don't know. And basically what I come up with was, when I was a kid, my dad always used to tell me to take care of business. That's all he would say. That was it. A lot of times. Not always, but if I was going to school or if I had something going on at school or work or whatever, I was a teenager. I didn't have a whole lot. It was usually sports related more than anything. He always said, just take care of business. Whatever you're doing, take care of business. And at the time, I didn't really understand or know what he meant. But now that I have kids and they have their own responsibilities and they have their things that they have to take care of, there's a lot of days I have no idea what Weston has going on or what Emily has going on in each individual class or on the softball team or whatever. But just take care of business, meaning do what you're supposed to do. Just go do it. Like, if you're just going to sit around the house and do nothing, nothing's going to happen. You're not going to succeed. You're not going to meet your goals. We all have goals for our life, and we don't always know what the next step in life is, the next phase in life. We don't know what's coming tomorrow. God doesn't let us see into the future. Sometimes we just have to trust Him and walk in faith and know He wants what's good for us. And I do believe that. But we still have to have goals. We still have to take care of business here on earth. We do. We're not in heaven right now. We're here on earth. And there are problems, there are troubles, there's roadblocks, there's things that go on every day to try to prevent us from making it to our goals or succeeding. And that's different for everybody. But if you just go out, wake up every day, and take care of business, whatever that business is of the day, I am the world's worst about feeling like I didn't accomplish anything a lot of days. A lot of days it'll be lunchtime and I'm like, oh, I've got to go do something because I have not accomplished anything today. And sometimes those are small goals, but sometimes it's just I have been doing things. I've been editing on a computer, or I've been responding to emails, or working with sponsors, or doing different things, but I felt like I haven't accomplished anything. I've got to go outside and get my hands dirty for just a little while to feel like I accomplished something. But even in that, sometimes taking care of business means sitting down and editing that video when I would rather go do something else, or sitting down and, you know, reaching out to a sponsor and working out a deal with them and figuring out what they need from me when I don't really want to. I got to take care of business. The other thing my dad used to say, and I've heard my whole life, is just get a little bit better every day. It doesn't matter what it is. Just do something to get a little bit better. Make tomorrow a little bit better than today. We're not going to reach all of our goals in life overnight. We're not going to be overnight success stories. I mean, do they happen? Yes. Is that the norm? Absolutely not. This YouTube channel, for instance, is, I mean, a lot of people think that it was kind of a lot of people ask, did you expect your channel to blow up like it did? Listen, my channel has never blown up. We have 1 million subscribers, but it's because we gained a little bit every day. Some days more than others, some years more than others, but we just gained a little bit. We did something every day to get a little bit better, to make tomorrow better than today. Now, was it always going to be coming out here and brush hogging 100 acres or using a skid steer and clearing out land? No, those days are not every day. Sometimes those days of doing something today to make tomorrow better are sitting down and responding to 20 emails and editing a couple of videos ahead to try to get ahead so that you can do something else later. So take care of business and do something today to make tomorrow a little bit better. My advice for the day, I guess. Hope it helps. It's really groundbreaking stuff. Like, I'm sure you've never heard of those things. Yeah, right. So anyways, guys, remember, do something today to make somebody smile, because you never know, it just might change the world. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. And as always, we will see you on the next video. And I hope it's something just a little bit more exciting than today. But if not, I'll talk to you the next time.